Yeah, let's go. I ain't the first with the curse, with the thirst that I wanna be better, not worse, man it hurts. I'm on this earth with my words and I put them all together, insert, cause I wanna have worth. Working hella hard till they put me in the dirt. Gonna go far, man, listen to my words. Gonna be a star, man, life's like a blur. When you're working this hard till you get what you deserve. Yeah, I ain't taking a backseat, I'm passing anybody else who is rapping. I'm nasty, ain't nobody able to catch me. They gasping, they cannot compare, they can't match me. I'm at half speed, I got your girl and she laughing and dancing, hanging on my butt, she asking to crash with me, smash with me, she savage, she wants cash money, and she knows that I live lavishly. I wanna live, I'm cold inside, give all I have just to feel alive. I fight to live, I fight to strive, one day I'll have what I want. I want the whole world in the palm of my hand, I got a plan, I'm the man, now I'm teaching the game, a veteran, better than anybody else who tests me. I'm ready, looking in my hand and it's steady, I'm trending, ascending and blending, lyrical bending, now I'm spreading and getting my name out now, yeah they hearing me laugh, all the crowds repping the sound, I'm hitting the ground, running, up and coming, ain't nothing, yeah, rookie of the year, I'ma keep it 100, cold-blooded, no budget, from nothing to something, I ain't bluffing, I got a full hand and a full plan, I ain't gonna stop till I'm at the top, man, every single drop got me feeling awesome, I'm about to pop, started from the bottom, yeah, I wanna live, I'm cold inside, give all I have just to feel alive, I fight to live, I fight to strive, one day I'll have what I want in life.
Davis, very much a man of this moment. Well read, nice interception. It's Makalele. Messi! They want to be quick to recover this. Goes for the shot! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, distance never seems to be an issue for some players, and he's certainly one of those. The opening was there, I guess. Worth a try.
Looking for a runner. No luck with that dink over the top. Bale is herring after that one. Oh, delightful ball. And the shot! So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. He's on it, can he get away? Pinches it off him. Rijkaard is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
That's good defending. Takes a shot! Goal! France! And France are in front. That was a given. It always was.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
And that brings the first half to a close. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Borussia Dortmund trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
Now in operation for your safety.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second.
Substitution in progress.
So off we go again.
Borussia Dortmund can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Messi. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. And no, that was never going to make it. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Borussia Dortmund with the corner, they're first. Keeper's dealt with that. Van Dijk. Makalele. Borussia Dortmund still chasing a one-goal deficit here. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must shapes to shoot? Mateus. Makalele. Rice. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. Now it's Nedved. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Borussia Dortmund are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Van Dijk is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Borussia Dortmund are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should they need a rise. Makalele. Pedri. Makalele. And here's Aubameyang.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And smartly reclaimed. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Number 7, Thomas Brzezinski. Coming on to replace him is Number 8, Vitinha.
Nedved. And it's Davis. Davis engages and forces him off the ball. Ambitious ball here. Well, that pass isn't the best. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution... And the finish! And a truly agonising miss.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
Corner number 2 then.
Substitutions taking place.
Punched away.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Makaleli. And he's chosen to go back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
2 added minutes has been
That looks a
indicated.
decent ball. Cannavaro cuts it out. Costa Curta. They knocked and knocked, but there is time for no more. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. It is a deep, deep sea of yellow, beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. So we're very much on the way now.
I think we'll be seeing a lot of Jordi Alba.
Goes for a shot! It's in!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
So, a breakthrough already. Chance here to counter. Cannavaro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Nedved! It's Nedved! Well, he's had a decent crack at it.
Just couldn't quite control it. Nothing wrong with the height and the contact.
So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Rui Costa. Looking for options for movement. He's picked his way through. Nedved. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Another throw-in. It's a good spell of possession, this. Beckham picks it up out wide. Stam is there, and he can get that clear. Borussia Dortmund with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, great leap! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
And it's Jordi Alba. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. There's a sharp little ball here. Merino. Rui Costa.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Yamal. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Now it's Aubameyang. Sorloth might just make this. Xavi Alonso.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Casillas claims comfortably. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Borussia Dortmund up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
Only allowed in areas shown on this
On
map.
the evidence of
Thank
what
you
we've
for your
seen,
cooperation.
they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Borussia Dortmund leading via the game's only goal, 1-0 at the break.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund, number 18, Aubameyang.
Gets us going once
Coming on
more.
the field is
Borussia
number 20,
Dortmund can do themselves a
Bale.
massive favour by grabbing another one here.
And he's rising! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Mikel Merino picks it up from the goal kick. Borussia Dortmund come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Rijkaard. And here's Owen. Owen unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just...
Bale! That was superb goalkeeping!
Bale is offering a wry smile there.
Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. Cannavaro cuts out the pass.
60,332.
And it's Beckham. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Jordi Alba. Borussia Dortmund are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should they need a rise. Gattuso.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Davis. And here's Owen. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Well, that looks a decent ball. Caught offside that time.
Bangladesh really are showing all the necessary
Substitution
urgency,
taking place.
but it's potency they need.
Now the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. And they're back on the ball again. Gerrard. Nice looking ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well read, nice interception. Out towards the flank. That's the throw. Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba delivers. Cleared without hesitation. Desperate defending required here. And he's there to clear it.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Griezmann. Rijkaard spots it and intercepts.
3 minutes added time.
Costa Curta. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Stam pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. That's that, the end. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking? Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expected buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. It is a deep, deep sea of yellow, beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. And we're underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick.
He's had a shot! He's scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Wonderfully smooth, smart, and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Towering header! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Borussia Dortmund with the corner. They're first. Bell! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Hazard, that's an excellent interception. Casillas with the clearance. Hazard. Beckham. Nice interception, well timed. Davis, very much a man of this moment. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Ibrahimovic.
Borussia Dortmund really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Davis. Nice, crossed into the middle. And the goalkeeper's got it. He's having a pop! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Gattuso. And he's quick to return it. And here's Bale. Cruyff. Nedved. Now it's Owen. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper.
Borussia Dortmund truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Rijkaard. Just past the 40th minute mark. Cruyff. And here's Hazard. Knocks it out wide. Now Costa Curta. Crosses it in.
There will be 1 minute
Ibrahimovic
added
trying
time.
to keep this in. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
And just a quick reminder
Borussia
today to please
Dortmund
drink
currently
responsibly.
behind
Anyone
by
appearing
1-0
intoxicated or
at
behaving
the
in
break.
an inappropriate manner will be removed.
Well, let's
Thank you
not
very
beat
much
about
for
the
your
bush,
cooperation.
Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Taking place.
Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Borussia Dortmund really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Nicely spread. Borussia Dortmund do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Can he finish? Nedved! A diamond of a goal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Borussia Dortmund back on level terms. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences
The attendance
apart,
for this
and
match
it's
was
difficult to find an answer to it
61,052.
when it's applied like that.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Gattuso is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Borussia Dortmund are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Van Bouten gets over and intercepts.
Bale really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Costa Curta. Ibrahimovic. He's had it nicked away. Cannavaro. Beckham. He's through here. And there's green grass ahead of him. He's picked his way. Tries a shot! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
And he's in on goal. There's the shot! Glorious! About as smooth as it gets. And the comeback is complete. You just know there is no stopping that.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those.
Great chance! And that could come back to haunt them.
Yeah, you always felt that they were going to up the tempo after going behind. It's not like they have any other option now. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Right card is there, and he can get that clear.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Shoots! It's a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
So again, we have parity.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff. Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
And they've got rid. Nedved.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Time added on 4 minutes. And it's Cruyff. Gattuso. That is as much time as there will be. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. Well, we're on the way.
Roberto Carlos, Peter, might have had more of an impact on the world game than any other fullback before or since.
In what regard?
Well, with his pace, skills and his own...
Decent chance! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And that's got him off to a flyer!
That's the perfect confidence boost they needed. Brilliant.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Madrid are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Borussia Dortmund with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Roberto Carlos is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
So just the one early goal to report so far, and the score is 1-0. Played into space, and this is Luis Suarez. Well, that looks a decent ball. That looks a cracking ball. And a chance! But he's left disappointed.
I don't think anyone's really surprised that he's tried that, Peter. He's certainly confident in smacking one from range.
Ibrahimovic. Roberto Carlos. That is good strength. Iniesta. Pirlo. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. And Dijk clears it away. Nedved never out of the action for very long. And that's a really buccaneering run he's making. Tries to cross. Towering header! And there's a goal! And this is getting better and better. Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Oh, it's a fantastic assist as well, Peter. Delivered at pace, the diversion, that's all that was needed.
Borussia Dortmund are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Oh, nicely intercepted. That's really well manoeuvred. That is good alertness. Beckham. And it's Beckham. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent...
Little doubt, that is a foul. And the referee's come over. It's a red card. Borussia Dortmund are down to 10 men.
While sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Clipped into space. That'll be a throw-in. Roberto Carlos, Rafinha, and this is Iniesta. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Thuram. Borussia Dortmund ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there.
3 minutes at a time.
Van Dijk. Oh no, this does not look good. Tries a shot! And it's in! And deep into first half stoppage time. A timely strike. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
And the whistle goes for half-time. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football. And it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Borussia Dortmund are leading, but it is still delicately poised. It's 2-1. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. No, couldn't quite catch up to that.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He has found the way through. Delivers with... He leaps for it! And that's a tidy finish! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Borussia Dortmund are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Substitutions taking place.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass, and a tricky one at that.
Borussia Dortmund go up by 2 and are looking to... And the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Rummenigge clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
And this is Luis Suarez.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Good ball, good
The
take.
attendance for this match was 62,000.
Can they get him away? Rummenigge being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Messi, great defending, strong and determined. And it's Gattuso. That's destined for the flank. Schneider. Oh, that's well spotted. Gattuso. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Nedved. Tries to thread one through.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Now it's Nedved. Davis. That's a good run down the left. Now the ball in. Well, that pass isn't the best. And there's a searching pass. Gattuso gets flagged offside.
Substitution in progress.
Time for a change in personnel. Oh, easy pickings there. Aimed beyond the defence. Thuram. Schneider. Cruyff. Now it's Messi. Looking to play him in. That is a great pick out. He's in, must be! And he shoots! Just cruising! They are cruising! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Well,
that's well seen too.
Indicated.
Schneider. That has ended up in no man's land. Ambitious ball here. And he was alert to it. Dida can clear it away. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Borussia Dortmund, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now.
Volunteers for each block.
Mbappe
Please
picking up
report
the
to
Man of the
staff
Match
room
award,
immediately.
and no surprise there. Borussia Dortmund may not have finished with 11, but they have shown terrific spirit, and they claim the win.
Well, that's what spirit and togetherness is all about, Peter. I thought they showed terrific desire and focus and fitness in refusing to settle for a draw. A time to hold heads high.
Hello guys, hello everyone. সবাইকে স্বাগতম আজকের লাইভ স্ট্রিমে।
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's away we go then.
Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Cruyff. McAllister. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well seen, saw that coming. Raul. Aubameyang. And he's there to get it away. What a throw in. And it's Rijkaard. This is a promising build-up. He's in a good... Can he finish?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Taken back almost at once. Can he get it through? Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And here's Bale. Neymar.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Suarez gets on his bike and on the... It's Luis Suarez! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Oh, what a chance. And after doing all the hard work as well, he'll be kicking himself here.
Cruyff tries to play it through. Oh, that's a key interception. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Might be danger here.
Yep.
Aubameyang
Guaranteed.
showed
No
plenty of
penalty.
zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now, can they get him away? Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Cruyff! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Bangladesh really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
And we have our very first corner. Cruyff with the short one. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Borussia Dortmund are looking to go forward now. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Neymar. Roberto Carlos has the space to scheme. So no flag here. And that's been drilled in. That's put paid to the danger. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
He is through here. They want to be quick to recover this. And here's Gattuso. And it's Nedved. And that brings the first half to a close.
Peter goal means
Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over
quick
here.
announcement for the benefit of anybody who
Not
has
too
found
much so
themselves a
far
little
to lift
lost today.
anybody off their
Please
seat.
look at the screen
It's
for
not a bad
information
game by
on how
any
to
means,
find your
Peter,
way
but it
around
definitely
this
needs an
stadium.
injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. That gets us going once more. Both sides defensively robust up to now. And the shot! He's beaten the kiss score!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Bangladesh have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Spread to the right. Goes for the shot!
What the heck?
And the
Offside
ball's
or no?
come loose here. And he's managed to get rid. Chiellini. Borussia Dortmund still chasing a one-goal deficit here. Nedved, renowned for his long-range shooting. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Bale. Bale!
Yeah,
And he
Bale.
stuck it away.
He scored.
They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. So they have it all to do again.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome...
It's Raul!
Bale.
He's trying his best to keep it in play here. No,
Or
he's
fire
missed
ball
it.
like a
Well, let's just consider that one a rangefinder, Peter. It certainly wasn't troubling the goalkeeper.
Zanetti carries the ball down the right. Pelé. Raul. Nedved. Aubameyang providing an outlet on that flank. Cute ball now, how can he reach it?
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Wow, কষ্টকর্তা কর্নার পাঠিয়ে
Play
দিল।
for a throw. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Great ball, and he's in here. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And another try! And it's in! And they get themselves in front! That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off? Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Looking to play him in. Pelé, looking for options for movement. Raul. Now that's well seen too. And that will be the final act. Borussia Dortmund can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately...
Hey bro, don't spam. Friendly খেলে নিব, সমস্যা নাই। গাইস কেউ স্প্যাম করেন না প্লিজ। আর যারা স্ট্রিমে নিউ আছেন একটু স্ট্রিমটাতে লাইক এন্ড সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দেন যদি স্ট্রিমটা এনজয় করে থাকেন। আমরা 2022 স্কোরে আছি রাইট নাও ডিভিশনে। দেখা যাক আমরা কত পর্যন্ত স্কোর করতে পারি আজকে। অপোনেন্টসের কাছে নিউ পেট্রিক ভিয়েরা আছে যেটার রেটিং 106 হয়। ড্রিম একটা ডিএমএফ আমার কাছে যদি ফান্ড থাকতো আমি বের করে নিতাম এই প্লেয়ারটা। তুরাম এবং পেট্রিক ভিয়েরার এই বক্সটা জোস অ্যান্ড এফেক্টিভ একটা বক্স। এই বক্স এর একটা প্লেয়ার পাইলেও লস হবে না। একটা প্লেয়ার এই বক্স থেকে একটা প্লেয়ার পাইলেও লস হবে না। 3টা থেকে একটা প্লেয়ার, যে কোনো একটা, 3টাই জ্যাম। friend
The
match.
noise
Okay,
is just
okay.
about reaching a crescendo here as these two
Wait,
sides get
Corinthians.
ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Borussia Dortmund.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think there's any doubt he's one of the best around, Peter. Probably one of the best ever. He's an incredible physical specimen and a phenomenal goal scorer. You can't question his commitment and determination either. He's all...
Oh, good climb! Oh, it's fallen kindly
Wow.
here, and it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to
it's
produce the
almost
goods,
finishing
and that was very kind of him to
Just Michael Owen
oblige
ওই
so
জায়গায়
early.
টিকা আর কি
Some
Power
heroic
generate
goalkeeping,
করে
but even that couldn't save them this time.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and
এমডি আবু
anticipation
বকর
got him there
সিদ্দিকী
when
ব্রো
everyone else
প্লিজ
was
প্লে উইথ মি
spectating.
ওকে আমরা ডিভিশন শেষ করার পর ফ্রেন্ডলি খেলবো তখন ওয়েট কিছুক্ষণ ওয়েট করেন তখন খেলে নিব অপারেন্টস কি মার্ক করে দিল
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Passing is crisp and sharp. Vieira. And it's Azar. Takes on his marker. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And that was
Well.
asking for too much. Cannavaro. Borussia Dortmund leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Villa. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
ওকে ব্রো ফ্রেন্ডলি খেলে নিব সমস্যা নেই স্টিমের লাস্টের দিকে খেলে নিব
Vieira is someone
Yeah,
so
but
often
control
referred to
equal, though.
as the defender's defender. And no, he's seen through all of that. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Now it's Aubameyang.
Milan always have been a side that are known for pressing.
And the whistler's
bhai,
gone
Ronaldo
for a
দেখো।
reckless challenge
Red
there.
card,
It's
red
a
card।
straight red. He has been
এটা
given his
বাইরে
marching
দিয়েছিলাম।
orders.
আমাকে এখন একটা
So
match
seemingly
কম
that
করতে
was
হবে।
deemed a denial of a
goal
clear
করতে পারি না,
goal-scoring
এটা।
opportunity.
করছি, একটা goal
Well,
করছি।
Peter, I don't think he even had time to blink. This is just
So
a
sad.
spontaneous reaction.
আমি ডেভিড বেকহামকে আর রাখছি না স্কোয়াডে বাই বাই হ্যান্ড বইটনকে লাগবে কি রে ভাই ডিফেন্স আর নাই এভাবে চালাই নিতে হবে ম্যাচটা
It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this.
ক্রিস্টিয়ানো রোনাল্ডো ফ্রি কিক নিচ্ছে অপোনেন্টসের থেকে, দেখা যাক স্কোর করতে পারে কিনা। একদম সিম্পল একটা ফ্রি
He's pulled off
কিক
a fine save.
গোলকিপার
Well,
সেভ
I
দিয়ে
thought
দিল।
his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Now it's Gattuso. This is a promising build-up. Owen was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Cristiano Ronaldo. Costa Curta. Borussia Dortmund making some potentially decisive changes. They weren't waiting around. That's a good ball. Shapes to shoot!
Oh ভাই, so close.
Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Borussia Dortmund looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Silvestre. Azar looking to pass their way up the pitch. Cannavaro. Gattuso. Now it's Nedved. Aubameyang. And here's Nedved. Can he get on the end of this?
শুধু মাইকেল ওয়েনের ডাবল টাচটা ঠিক মতো হয় না, এদিকে গোলটা হলো না,
Added minutes has been
নাহলে গোল হয়ে
indicated.
যেত এটা।
Gerrard. Well, that is one way to stop him. Nedved. And it's half-time.
0-1 score.
So a steady,
player
solid
Raul
and more than
Cartier
satisfactory first half. They've got the
Let's see
lead
match
and
how
that
we
gives
put
them
the
something to build on after the break. Don't you look back on
And
the
a
first
quick
45
reminder
minutes?
today to please
Well, I think
take
we're
all
seeing a
deductibles
very good
located
example
by
of
the
what to do
entrance
when
gates.
you're
Thank you
a man
very much
light.
for your cooperation.
Some of the covering play has been hugely impressive, and that owes a lot to focus and discipline, which have been top-notch, of course, since the
wow.
sending off.
And a header!
একদম সিম্পল একটা হেড
And he
ছিল
was there to
রোনালদো
get
থেকে।
a vital touch.
Cristiano Ronaldo really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Nedved aimed beyond the defence, and they're quick to get it back.
বাজে একটা ডিসিশন নিলাম, এটা যদি ক্রস করে দিতাম
Messi,
গোল পাই
he
যেতাম।
is always looking to break lines. Borussia Dortmund are still that goal to the good. Costa Curta. Now it's Aubameyang, and that could well leave a mark. It's loose, chance to shoot! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, it wasn't the worst decision, really. He certainly had enough belief to take it on.
But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Hazard. Oh, that is asking for trouble.
ও ভাই, বেঁচে গেলাম।
He's trying his best to keep it in play here. And here's Messi. Well, that looks a decent ball.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And that's a dangerous ball.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, he's been caught napping. He is through here.
How
Well, he
lucky
got
I
rid
am
because he
today.
was under pressure.
Freaking lucky.
And it's Gerrard.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
This time again.
Threads one in, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tries to pass it through. That is a brilliant interception.
আমার একটা সাবস্টিটিউট লাগবে, যদিও আমার একটা প্লেয়ার লাল কার্ড খাওয়া, তারপরে আমার সাবস্টিটিউট লাগবে ম্যাচটা উইন হইতে গেলে। ফার্স্ট অফ অল রুমি অ্যান্ড বেলকে নামাবো না, এমবাপ্পে থাকুক, এমবাপ্পে অ্যান্ড বেল। আমরা রাহুলকে নামাই দেবো এই জায়গায়, আর একটা ডিএমএফ নিব ক্লাউড ম্যাকলেলে। দ্যাটস ইট। আমাদের 6 মিনিট আছে জেনুইনলি এক্সট্রা টাইম বাদে। দেখা যাক আমরা এটা পাস করতে পারি কিনা, তাহলে উইন হয়ে যাব।
Substitution for Milan. Number 11.
অপোনেন্ট কর্নার নেবে। কর্নার এই টাইমে কর্নারগুলো সবসময় স্ক্রিপ্টেড হয়ে থাকে, অপোনেন্ট গোল দিয়ে থাকে ম্যাক্সিমাম টাইম। দেখা যাক, বাট অপোনেন্ট কর্নারটা প্রপারলি নিতেই পারল না।
Looking to go forward now.
লাস্ট একটা অ্যাটাক দেখতে পাবো আমরা অপোনেন্টের থেকে।
Gerrard.
ক্রিস্টিয়ানো রোনাল্ডো, লিওনেল মেসি,
Very much into the last knockings.
এন্ড মেসি পাস ছিল
Ah,
বাট
that's a
কাজে
fine
লাগাতে পারে না।
interception.
This time
Milan
my
really
turn.
can only do one thing now,
Cassius
Peter. Get the ball
to
up front, make
Mbappe.
sure it
There
sticks,
will be 1
and
minute
sustain
added
some
time.
pressure.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And there goes the
SRS,
final
welcome to the
whistle.
stream. Boxer
Borussia
1500
Dortmund
point.
have done
মারা
it.
খেয়ে গেলাম।
Their
So sad.
solitary strike ultimately
Technic beer
proving
box
just
জোশ।
enough.
পারলে
A
কিছু পয়েন্ট
terrific
আরো
win,
লাগান।
however you look at it.
একটা প্লেয়ার পাইলো।
Please turn your
Borussia
attention to the
Dortmund
screen
may
for
not have finished
information.
with
But
11,
the
but
bull
they have
handles.
shown terrific spirit and they claim
Box
the
to
win.
jokes. ভ্যান ডাইক লাল কার্ড খাওয়া।
তরকারি খায় যদি তার না
গেমের সাউন্ড বেশি আপনার ভয়েসের থেকে। আচ্ছা ভাই, কমাই দিতেছি আমি। আমার ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ড নয়েজটা বেশি, দ্যাটস ওয়াই গেমের সাউন্ডটা বেশি রাখছি, যাতে ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ডের সাউন্ডটা কম আসে আর কি। ভাই ডিভিশন 1-এ থাকলে কি ডিপলকে দিবে? হ্যাঁ, টপ 10 লাখের ভিতরে যদি আপনি থাকেন আর্জেন্টিনার ডিপলকে পেয়ে যাবেন শো টাইম কার্ড। টপ 10 লাখ, এটা ডিভিশন 2-এ যদি ড্রপ 10 লাখ কাউন্ট করে, সো আপনি পেতে পারেন। বাট অ্যাকচুয়ালি ডিভিশন 1-এই 10 লাখ কাউন্ট হয়, মানে ডিভিশন 1-এ গেলেই মেবি 10 লাখের ভিতরে হয়ে যায়। রায়জান ভাই 3100 টিম স্ট্রেংথ নিয়ে ডিভিশন 1 গুড অর ব্যাড?
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
প্লেয়ারটা কেমন, প্লেইং স্টাইলটা কেমন?
It is a deep, deep sea of yellow,
ID
beautifully
না দেখে বলা
effervescent
যাচ্ছে
yellow.
না।
That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund.
অনেক প্লেয়ার আছে যেগুলো POTW বলে, অনেক প্লেয়ার আছে।
Well, for anyone whose allegiances lie with the red half of Manchester, this man for so long was an unsung hero.
লাইক বর্তমানে
One of
কেলিয়ান
the most
এমবাপ্পে যদি আপনি
decorated
ইউজ করেন,
defenders in the English top
কেলিয়ান
flight.
এমবাপ্পে যদি
He
ইউজ
is
করেন আপনি,
Mikhail Silvestre. His game was
Michael
all about
and
versatility
Motto
and durability,
kind of.
Peter.
So,
An astute
the guy rating
defender in
to
the middle,
matter
a fine ball carrier with a good engine, went out wide.
অনেক ভালো
We can expect
পারফরম্যান্স
another
করেন।
busy
এক্সপের
shift
এমবাপ্পে
from
যদি
him
রাইট
here.
নাও ইউজ
He's
করেন।
never shy.
Played into space.
There they go, punting again.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
আপনি ডিভিশন কততে? আমি ডিভিশন 1-এ আছি ভাই। 2000 রেটিং এর উপরে আছে।
Nicely weighted ball. And he shoots!
Goal!
Borussia Dortmund! And it's Borussia Dortmund who take the lead. There was to be only one outcome.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can't come into it, and it didn't.
So, a breakthrough already. Gattuso. Schlotterbeck promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And Batistuta! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. And they're quick to get it back. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Oh, good take in a good area. Chance for a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Aubameyang is offering a right smile there.
And we have our very first corner. Ball is over the line. And it's Gattuso. Beckham! Oh, crossbar! Has another
This
goal!
time again save.
Spectacular save! It's their second corner of the game. Schlotterbeck is there, and he can get that clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Nedved, renowned for his long-range shooting. Beckham, and he's found a way, touch, shoots!
Yep. Well, someone said Batistuta eto baje hoyse kan. Recently
And there we have it, the two-goal cushion.
আমি দেখতেছি
One
Batistuta
sweeping
finishing
move,
recently
executed with deadly efficiency.
First to
Borussia
Bayo
Dortmund are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
কমাই দিতেছে পাওয়ার কমাই দিতেছে এটাই লজিক কোন আমি অ্যাকচুয়ালি
So that's two now without
এভাবে
reply.
চলতেছে ওরা
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum
আমি
going.
তো
I
4-5
don't see
বছর
any
ধরে আছি
need
তো
to change
দেখতেছি
the
এরকমই
approach.
চলতেছে
Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Rijkaard. Nedved conjures time and space where few can. Aubameyang.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Van Dijk. All the way back. Great defending, strong and determined. Quick look at his watch,
Okay.
and the referee whistles for half-time.
2-0
Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Celebrating their wedding
Borussia
anniversary
Dortmund
today.
sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat. So we're underway for the second half. Nedved cuts him
অফেন্স
out.
কামব্যাক করবে এখন
Gerrard. Nice bit of skill, and he's... It's
এই দেখো
Gerrard!
এটা রুল
Tremendous from
অ্যাকচুয়াল
Gerrard!
গেমের রুলস সেটা
Sumptuous
like your
finish and
good feel.
absolute joy! Barely into the second half, and already it is heating up. It was thrashed in, the crispest of hits.
It would have taken something heroic from the keeper to get anything on that. The height was tricky enough, but the power, he had no chance.
Madrid cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Oh, sweet feet. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
The attendance for this match
Now it's
was
Aubameyang.
62,005.
Now it's Nedved.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And he's stuck it away. Aubameyang wins the duel this time. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, good-looking ball. Well, they've got it again. Now that looks a decent ball. And he's there to get it away. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And it's Bellingham. Batistuta going about things with real menace. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kane. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And he is going into that little black book. Players have gathered round and they are clearly concerned.
ভাবছিলাম যে ওইভাবে হয়ে যাবে, যখন আমি দুই তিনটা ডিফেন্স ক্রস করে ফেলি
Silvesh.
প্লেয়ারগুলো
Tromeni, who does have an assist to his name.
কিছু প্লেয়ার আছে ট্যাকেল করে দেয়, আমি
Madrid
ভাবছি উনিও ট্যাকেল
really
করে দেয়।
might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Just 5 minutes left. And it's Beckham. And now they can clear their lines.
2 added minutes has been
And that's been
indicated.
one straight back. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Well, he's looking... And time is up. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows to...
And আমাদের স্কোর হয়ে গেল 2057। কয়েন এত কেন? হ্যাঁ ভাই, রিচ তো কয়েন এত, এই জন্য। আরে ভাই, একজন বলতেছে ভিভিডি চেঞ্জ করার দরকার ছিল। আরে ভাই, একটু আগে মনে করাই দিবেন না? আমি স্টার্ট দিয়ে দিলাম ম্যাচটা, আমার এই ভিভিডিতে পোষাইতেছে না। আর অপোনেন্টস দেখো ভাই, আমার বিবিডি আসলেই দরকার ছিল, আমি বিবিডির জন্য হারতে পারি এই ম্যাচ। কারণ বিগ টাইম বিবিডি মাথা নষ্ট, একদম অরালা একটা ব্যান্ডাইক এটা।
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. The famous yellow wall stands tall. This has to be one of the most iconic places in European football. So it's away we go then. Now here is a true legend of the game. In fact, some still say, Jim, that he's the greatest number one there's ever been.
The mighty Gianluigi Buffon. Yeah, he might get my vote too, Peter. When you consider his consistency at the highest level, okay, he may not be as skillful with the ball at his feet as some of the younger contenders, but you certainly wouldn't want him lining up for the opposition. What a goalkeeper.
ভাই দেখো নেটবিট দেখো ভাই, এটা কি
And that
শুট
is
নিল।
doing no harm at all.
Borussia Dortmund certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Probing pass. Now it's Aubameyang. He's found a way through. Thuram. Pele. He's in a great position here. And he's there to retrieve it. Maradona! Goal! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Bangladesh have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Tries.
It's Nedved! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Borussia Dortmund really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Davis, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory.
Borussia Dortmund really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Diouf, and he's being shifted off it. Diouf unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Nedved, and it's Gattuso. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Gattuso! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Borussia Dortmund with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Defending of the desperate variety. Bangladesh are looking to go forward now. That's the keeper's ball. So what can they make of this? Now it's Aubameyang, and he's intervened well there. Pirlo. Gattuso gets a foot in and wins the ball. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pele.
Borussia Dortmund truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
And Del Piero! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
He's having a pop! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Davies really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Borussia Dortmund currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Guys, please background
Well,
avoid
obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. So we're off again.
Borussia Dortmund really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
He doesn't look too happy with that.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Van Dijk. And it's Beckham.
ভাই ওবামিয়াং ওই জায়গায় শুট না দিয়ে ট্যাকেল করলো কে?
This looks Aubameyang!
দেখো ভাই ফিনিশিংও দিতে পারতেছে
And
না।
collective relief etched
একটা
on the
golden
faces
chance ছিল,
of the
এটা miss
defenders.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Borussia Dortmund still chasing a 1-goal deficit here. Gattuso produces the perfect tackle there. Hangs one in, tries to get it clear. Oh, super ball! Oh, he's been caught napping!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
61,052.
Nedved.
ভাই সাহাব এত
That's a look
বড়
and plays it
চান্স
forward.
বারবার
Cole.
দেখো ভাই
That is really good tenacity. It's their second corner of the game.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible
তো
look
টাচও
about
করতে
them
পারলো না
here.
বলটা
They just need to sort out their end product and quickly.
Neymar. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
Beckham looking to pass their way up the pitch.
Borussia Dortmund really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Aubameyang and the shots! Oh, he'd love to have another go at that.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
Aubameyang. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Shevchenko. Good take, and Shevchenko! Beckham is looking to influence the game from out wide. He's going to be disappointed with that. Zanetti. And it's Neymar.
Bangladesh
Two added
nearly
minutes has
finished
been
it off
indicated.
there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
2 minutes to be added on. Desai. That's that, the end. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that.
Hello everybody.
So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, I hate to
একটা
say
গোল
it,
আমি
too
অপোনেন্টকে
harsh
দিতে
to
পারলাম
say,
না
but
হয় না
that
কিছু
was
কিছু ম্যাচ
poor. I mean,
স্ক্রিপ্টিং
devoid of
দেখো আমি 4টা
ideas,
শুট নিয়েছি
devoid of guile,
4টা শট অন
devoid
টার্গেট
of
তাও
cohesion,
আমি
and
একটা গোলও
ultimately
ফিনিশিং
devoid
করতে পারিনি
of any real fight. It just
পাসিং এর
wasn't
দিক দিয়ে
a
মানে
great
সব
watch.
দিক দিয়ে এনাফ ছিল বাট ফিনিশিং হইল না
That's where we have to end it from me,
সো
Peter.
স্যাড অনেক চেষ্টা করছি এন্ডি গোলের একটা গোল ছিল একদম ইজি একটা মাত্র গোল আমি এটা শুধাইতে পারলাম না হতে পারে ভ্যান্ডাইকের জন্য হইতে পারে ভ্যান্ডাইক থাকলে হয়তো ওই ফার্স্ট গোলটা হইতো না এই বিবিডি ভ্যান্ডাইকটা থাকলে বিগ টাইমের ওকে ব্যাপার না দেখা যাক ওরা 2100 স্কোর আজকে ডান করতে পারি কিনা যদিও এখন করতে পারবো না বাট রাতের স্ট্রিমে ডান করে ফেলবো নামাজ আছে আজকে শুক্রবার জাহির 9800 কয়েন নেগেটিভ ভাই हम রিচ है दैट्स व्हाई ওবামিয়াং গোল মিস করছে একটা সামনে বুফন থাকলে কিরকম জানি কনফিডেন্স লেস লাগে সামনে যদি অপোনেন্টস এর গোলকিপার বুফন হয় মনে হয় যে এই টাইমে শুটটা নিব বুফন তো সেভ দিয়ে দিবে আরো ক্লোজ রেঞ্জে যায় নেই তো এরকম করতে করতে আর এই ম্যাচে গোল পাওয়া হয় নাই
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like
I am new.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This
দেখায়
certainly matters.
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে ভাই আমি এক্সপ্লেইন করতেছি একদম শর্ট কাটে
It is a deep,
আপনি
deep
যখন
sea
কয়েন
of yellow,
পারচেজ করতে যান
beautifully
যদি কয়েন
effervescent
পারচেজ
yellow.
ফুটবলে কয়েন
That
পারচেজ
is
করতে
what
যান
you're
আপনি
faced with when you come to
পেমেন্ট করার
Dortmund.
পর যদি রিফান্ড মেরে দেন তাহলে এই ফুটবলে
And
মাইনাস
we're
পয়েন্টটা দিয়ে
underway.
দেয় এই কয়েনটা আপনি পারচেজ করে
Now,
নিলেন
there's a headline maker, Steven
at the
Gerrard.
moment মানে আপনি যে সময়
Okay,
পারচেজ
point for
করবেন
any
ওই
team he
সময়
plays in.
Yeah, I
দেখাবে
suspect
যে
he
আপনার
may
কাছে
be
কয়েন আছে
deployed as a
টাকাটা
more
মানে
holding
খরচ করে
midfielder,
ফেললে
but that seems wrong when you know how good he is
রিফান্ড
30
করার
yards
কারণে
forward.
স্ট্যান্ড
And he whips it in. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is.
তো আমার এমন একটা সিচুয়েশন হয়েছিল তখন যে আমার বেলের বক্সটা খুব ভালো লাগছে বাট আই
Spread out to the left.
ফান্ড মানে এনাফ ফান্ড নাই
Davis
দ্যাটস
got a long way forward to join the attack.
বেল এন্ড ওবামিয়াং বের করে ফেলছি ফার্স্ট অফ অল আমি ফেয়ারলি 5000 কয়েন নিয়েছিলাম বাট দুঃখের বিষয় আমার কোনো একটা প্লেয়ার পাইনি
Space for him to turn
তারপরে
and
গিয়ে
look.
লাস্টে আমি তো
Nedved
2000 কয়েনে
crosses.
যাই আমি
Terrific
একটা
effort.
না দুটো প্লেয়ার পাইছি দেখো
That
এই
needed to be
অপোনেন্টের
better,
কাছে
and he knows it.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
This is Owen. He's in a great position here. Picks, shoots. Now in he goes
ও
again.
ভাই মাইকেল ওয়েন
Goal! Borussia Dortmund. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Messi. Well, they've got it again. And this is Ibrahim. And the shot!
ও গুড সেভ ভাই
And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great
মাইকেল
there,
ওয়েন এই
both reading
লিভারপুলের
it
মাইকেল
and
ওয়েনটা
dealing with
একদম
it.
আন্ডাররেটেড খুব কম প্লেয়ারের কাছে আছে এই
all the
ফুটবলে।
difference on these set pieces.
এই কার্ডটা লিভারপুলের এই কার্ডটা খুবই আন্ডাররেটেড একটা কার্ড।
That has earned a reprieve for the time being.
আবার ইউনাইটেডটা
Borussia
ভাবেন না
Dortmund
যেটা দিতে
have the chance to go the other way.
এই কার্ডটা দেখাচ্ছি।
That's a really buccaneering run he's making. Davis with a cross. He's rising!
কি রে এমবাপ্পে গিয়া হেড দেয়।
Needed to be more decisive in the end.
Mbappe simply took an age to make his mind up, Peter, when urgency was the single requirement.
He's looking wide. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, greatly!
Hit the bar,
Off the bar.
and finally he scored.
He's got a goal! Italy are back in business.
এই গোলটা আগেই হওয়া উচিত ছিল,
At
but
his razor-sharp best there.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Looking
Come on,
at a
আরেক
different
সেকেন্ড যদি
game now.
ফাস্ট হইতো মাইকেল ওয়েন গোল
This
হয়ে
is
যেত।
exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
এটা ভালো একটা ডিফেন্ডিং ছিল।
Zambrota. Beckham. Knocks it out wide. Has crossed into the middle. That's a decent clearance.
লিও
Oh, good-looking ball. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. Zambrota. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Davis, a player so deservedly
pass.
decorated with praise and glory.
বাট আমার নেট পেট
With
এই
nicely by the defence.
একদম লেটেস্ট, তারপর আমার নেট পেটটা যেরকম রিসেন্টলি অনেক বাজে
Going to be
পাচ্ছি,
disappointed with that.
স্পিডটা
De
ফিনিশিংটা আমি
Bruyne
পাচ্ছি না।
has a look and plays it forward.
এর থেকে ভালো
He's
আমার আগে
kicked his
গোল
way
প্লেয়ার
through.
একটা ইউজ করবো আমি।
And it's half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good
মিশন আছে
go
যাদের
and they
যাদের
head
আমি
into the
মিশনগুলো
break.
কমপ্লিট করে
All
দিব।
square.
আমি স্ট্রিমে আর কিছু
So
গেম
there
প্লে
was the
করব,
first half.
লাইক আরেকটা ম্যাচ খেলতে পারি। তারপর যাদের কাছে মিশন আছে, যারা যে স্টেফেন জেরার্ড পায় নাই আর ওই জায়গায় 100 পয়েন্ট আছে, যারা যারা পান নাই তারা গোল্ডেন গোল খেলে আমার থেকে পূরণ করে নিতে পারেন। সমস্যা নাই, আমি টাইম দিব।
And fast.
Borussia Dortmund are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score.
স্টিফেন জেরার্ড, সরি ফর স্টেফেন।
Italy get the second half going. It'll be a throw-in. And he's managed to gift it back. Now it's Owen. Well, that's well seen too. De Bruyne.
ট্যাকেলটা দেওয়া উচিত হয়।
That has left him in a heap.
নট ব্যাড, কষ্টকরটা।
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Nedved. Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's fabulous. Davis has it in a wide position. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. He's
লোক
having a
আমার
shot!
দেখো ভাই, আমার আজকে নেট পেটটা খুব বাজে
He
পাচ্ছি।
pondered over it, and that goes down as a chance missed.
Well, it's a shame it ended up a little wasteful. They had the perfect opportunity to break away, and then they go and do that. It's got to be a quicker transition.
And it's made its way to him. Italy needed that. They really needed
The
it.
attendance for this
You know,
match
it was an
61,052.
intervention that had to be made. Serious
Gerrard.
trouble lay in store.
Zambrota. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And it's Zambrota. Gattuso. Rijkaard. Beckham.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Mbappe.
জাম্বত্তা স্টিভেন জেরার্ড
Rijkaard.
ভাই ওর কাছে
Out
জাম্বত্তা
towards
এই
the
প্লেয়ারটা
flank.
আছে
Oh,
কিছুদিন আগে
important
আসছিল
interception. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Tries to get it clear. That'll be a throw.
Mr. Bale and Mr. Indigo. Ben Whitten, no. Not it. Rumi Ashok. Indigo Thakuk. Raul. Sky. Chambotta.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 7, Owen. Number 14, Mbappe. Number 22, Beckham. Number 21, Gattuso. Coming on the field, number
time near
20.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Raul. Number 11, Makalele.
Nice sequence of passes this.
Rumi shoot.
That's just playing it
Bhai,
safe
matchটা
and
হাত থেকে
simple.
চলে গেল
Borussia Dortmund couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Defending of the desperate variety.
Well, that
Perfect,
might be
Mr.
that,
Mahi.
Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Played out wide. There'll be a minute of stoppage time.
ওকে এর সাথে ড্র ম্যাচটা
And that is as far as it goes. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure.
কারো যদি
Just not
গোল্ডেন
enough
গোল
on either side
ম্যাচটা
to
খেলা
find a winner.
থাকে আমি একটা ম্যাচ খুলতেছি ফার্স্ট
Just
অফ
a
অল
quick
দেখি
look back on the game then, Jim.
আমি আর খুলবো পরবর্তীতে চলে আসেন তাও 6 ম্যানেজ দিছে আমারে ওকে আজকে এই পর্যন্ত ডিভিশন থাকুক ফ্রেন্ড ম্যাচ 1 versus 1 গোল্ডেন গোল রুল দিয়ে দিব তাই তো চলো রুম কোড হচ্ছে 0820764 চলে আসো আর গোল্ডেন গোল খেলা লাগবে হ্যাঁ গাইস ওকে মাস ধোনি মিস ধোনি নাকি এমএস ধোনি চলে আসছে তো আরো যদি কেউ গোল্ডেন গোল রুলস খেলতে চান তারা হচ্ছে কমেন্ট করতে পারেন আর আইডি রিঅ্যাকশন যদি কারো নিতে চান এই ক্ষেত্রেও কমেন্ট করতে পারেন কজ আমার আজকে ডিভিশন ম্যাচ খেলা শেষ রাইট নাও আমি আর ডিভিশন খেলবো না আপনাদের যা যা লাগে আপনারা বলতে পারেন গেম রিলেটেড, I'm gonna help you.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board. Thanks for that. It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
It is goal.
And that ends it.
Okay guys.
Just try taking that one in.
Oh, this has got to be the worst possible way you can lose a game. But these things sometimes come along. No one does that willfully. It's easy for me to say this, but it's just one of these games where things don't go for you. You can't think of it as any more than that.
Okay, thank you. Welcome.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage.
দেখা হবে পরবর্তী কোনো লাইভ স্ট্রিমে।
a very good evening.
টাটা।